This latest lockdown just seems to have no end in sight. I feel really trapped, and I'm worried that our business will start to feel the impact soon, which could see me out of a job. I was only hired recently. This constant worrying is keeping me up at night, struggling to stay creative with my work. Any advice?
Yeah, sure. And, the first thing I would say here is that I imagine that this is probably a shared experience and far more commonly shared than not. So thank you for asking it, because I'm sure in answering it and addressing it, we're going to help lots of others. I think I always look for what is the longing under the question, as in, or under the disturbance. What do you really want or need? What are you seeking? And I think in this case, obviously, it's certainty, isn't it? It's some form of security. It's an idea of safety. And there are two ways to ascertain that in life. And one is outside of yourself, and you just kind of sit back and cross your arms and you go, I'll just wait until all these things are in harmony, and then I'll feel regulated. Or the other is inside of ourselves, in our ecosystem, and saying, I will be, as best I can, the guardian of that. So I would say that I don't have a crystal ball. None of us do. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I do know that if you project yourself too far into the future, that you're likely to go with a negative story, because we all have a negativity bias, and you're likely to catastrophize, and that's going to exacerbate the stress. So my advice would be come into this present moment. And for that, you can use your senses. What can I hear in this moment? What can I see in this moment? In this exact moment, are you safe? And so I just bring the circumference in a lot tighter. Maybe just take it day by day, internalize it, be your own governor of self, and turn the eye inward.
That's great. So that's sort of emotionally almost like, how do we regulate ourselves? There's also a bit here of like staying creative in this question. Ben, we could have asked ourselves this question. It's certainly been on my mind.
Yeah, look, I think it's such a great question. And to Katie's point, something that we've all kind of been feeling over the last 15, 16 months in so many different forms. We had the kind of bliss of feeling like, Australia's done really well, we're out of it, and then we're back into it again. So those kind of anxieties sort of peak themselves again. I think what we've proven last time around is that we can kind of get through this, and that we'll get through it again. And it's about that kind of being adaptable, thinking about different ways of dealing with this situation. I think just building on what Katie talked about, from myself, it's about a support network. So knowing like who are the people you can talk to about different things, and support network it's actually being really thoughtful about who you're talking to for specific things. Some people you're talking to because you're looking for a positive moment. Some people you're looking to because you want inspiration. So trying to figure out who's your support network and how do you go to them for different feelings. But from a creative perspective, it's really tricky. I think it's if I take it for myself, I think over the last 15 months, building new practice at RGA, it's been very stressful. But I've probably thrown myself deeper and tried to maximize the time that I've got from working from home. Also knowing when to shut down and stop, but being thoughtful with my time, whereas before there were so many distractions. Now I'm trying to be way more focused with my time to be more creative. So I suppose it's trying to maximize that time that you've got and using it for positive good, and using it to explore what's possible. But so yeah, I'd say that thinking about the support network, and then thinking about how you manage your time to explore the things you wouldn't normally get to be able to do.
Yeah, great. Okay.